Resident Evil Requiem, one of the most anticipated games of the year, is here. And you might be wondering, can you play it on a Mac? Well, that's why you clicked on this video. MacBooks have the best hardware and you can play these AAA titles like previous Resident Evil games like Village, which got a Mac port when the game launched. But with Requiem, we don't have a Mac port yet, but I'm optimistic we shall get it later in there during WWDC. So in this video, we shall be playing the Windows version using Crossover and the performance is surprisingly great. But before getting to this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and leave a like so that it reaches more people who are into Mac gaming. For this game, I'll be running it on an M3 Max MacBook Pro with 48 gigs of RAM and an M4 MacBook Air. The reason is, these chips have hardware mesh shading, which if you're on an M1 or M2, you run into a crash when starting the game. I guess mesh shading is a requirement for the game to run. But if you get a Mac pod, I'm sure those chips will support the game too. But make sure to have at least 16 gigs of RAM because the game is a memory hog. Now let's set up Crossover 26 on your machine. First, you need to go to the CodeWeaver's website and download the application. You can test out their free trial for 14 days and after that you can buy the license if you think it's worth trying out. Once you've downloaded the Crossover application, unzip the file and drag the application into the applications folder to get started. Once you open up the app, you'll be greeted with this screen. What you're going to do is install Steam, which will download all of our dependencies needed to translate Windows games to be playable on the Mac. Now we can log into our Steam account and we can install Windows games into our Mac machines with ease. One important thing is to enable the following settings to get better performance and avoid any compatibility issues when running these games. The first option is turning on D3D Metal for all modern games, which came out in the last 6 or 7 years. Ignore the other options like Auto, Wine and DXMT. Those are for older games. Turn on DLSS to take advantage of games that use NVIDIA upscaling technology and enable MSync too. Now that's done, go back to the Steam app and search for Resident Evil Requiem and add it to your library, and then install the game. Now let's play our game. But once you've started playing the campaign, you'll notice some lighting on characters like they are glowing. To fix that, go to the settings, under graphics, go to advanced settings and find subsurface scattering and turn it off. Now that's out of the way, let's take a look at our game. First impressions, the game is okay. We are running it at 1080p with MetaFX and FrameGen turned off, and we are getting steady 70 FPS, which is great actually. The indoor scenes are great, nothing much to render here.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the
When we turn on MetaFX to quality and FrameGen on at 1440p, we see an FPS of 85 FPS. Testing the game on an M4 MacBook Air, running this game at 1080p lowest with FrameGen turned on and MetaFX set to ultra performance, we see an FPS of 60.
Oh fuck. Let's make this quick.
Turning off FrameGen, the game looks rough, especially in this scene where lots of stuff are happening. We are getting fewer FPS, but that's to be expected. I would say the game is playable, but let me know in the comments down below whether you think that's good performance right there on an M4 MacBook Air. Resident Evil Requiem on a Mac is actually playable, but I would recommend waiting for the Mac port if you're on an M1 or M2 chip device. But if you have an M3 Max or M4 chip, then go for it right now. I don't see the need to wait. Just beware of a few bugs and make sure to have at least 16 gigs of RAM and turn off subsurface scattering when playing the game. Resident Evil Requiem is a great game and have enjoyed every minute playing it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. See you in the next video.